Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Isn't It Weird? I am your host, Laura, and this is my co-host,
Aline.
Hi, Aline.
Hey.
And I feel like I've got the back to school delirium of like, I'm here.
Yeah.
Had to pump an Alani before recording because we are here. And I'm also in the middle of moving house. So next week when you guys see me, I'm going to have a different background and it is going to be, it's up for debate where it's going to be. I'm going to use the opportunity for the new room and everything like that to play with the background. So we are here and, but a lot going on in the background, not even just that background, but just like of our lives. So
Yeah.
if you are a parent and you understand the back to school season and the early wake ups, we
Whole
are
adjustment.
here.
Oh my goodness. I feel like the rug was pulled out from under me. I was not ready. I thought I could
So
handle it. And I'm like, I just
rude.
want a nap.
Right. I just want to like take a I think I did try to nap before we recorded. I was like, I'm going to lay down for 15 minutes.
I didn't give myself the time.
Uh, No, I forced. Actually, I didn't sleep at all. I laid it in bed and watched TikToks, but my body was still like this instead of like
Yeah.
standing or anything else like that. So, but we're here and excited to be here. Last week we had Jamie Lynn. It's Jalen. On her social medias, and that was super fun. She's such a sweet person, and
She is
thank you
super
so
sweet.
much thank you so much for coming on. And she's a busy mom herself. She was right before practices and
Yeah.
getting her kids to where they got to be. So, and a homeschooling mom too. Like that's crazy. Good for her. So we really appreciate when any guest we have on takes the time out of their day and comes on and hangs out with us. And like Callie said a few episodes ago, girlhood at its finest. And I love chatting with girlfriends and talking about our happy Hanson
Yeah.
memories and hearing, everyone's stories because they're so special and magical to each person. And I think that's one of the best parts about having guests on, um, is the sweet, happy, moments that we get to hear from other people. It's fun. So
Yeah.
speaking of hearing happy, sweet moments from people, don't have any Hanson hotline calls. I have tried to persuade a few people that I know. There was one person. I texted it actually like an hour ago because she wrote me after her hair appointment, and I've known her for a long time. Um, she ended up like dating my first husband's coworker, and he's like, when they started dating, he's like, "Hey, I met a girl like you." I'm like, "A girl like me? What do you mean?" And she ended up being a Hanson fan, and we ended up,
you,
going to a few shows together,
you
and
have
we
two of
traveled
those
together.
stories now.
Have I said that?
That's how
I said
we
that
met.
last time.
No,
Oh
that's
yeah,
how
yeah,
we
yeah,
met.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
have two of those
Yeah.
stories now.
It's funny. It's funny. Now her name is Katie, and I after her daughter's hair appointment like a week ago or a week and a half ago, I can't remember. It was during back to school time. Um she's like, after she left, she goes, "Oh my God, I have a story for the Hanson hotline." I was like, "Well, call it." But she
Please.
also is a new mom. She has a tween and a little new baby that's
Oh.
like 6 months old, like
Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
Like, I know. She's such a cute baby. I got to hold her. But I texted her like an hour ago and I was like, "Call the Hanson hotline." She goes, "I will if I can." But so maybe next week we'll get the story that Katie wants to share. And I'm still waiting for 2 clients that happen to be Hanson fans to call the Hanson hotline. I want to step over the professional boundaries and start like, "Please call the Hanson." I'm doing one of their hair on Thursday, and we're gonna have hours together because I'm putting extensions in her hair, and I'm gonna have her cornered.
Yep. Make her call while she's sitting in the chair.
Yes, that's what's gonna happen.
I did put
Please
out
call so I don't have to corner my client.
I did put out a little note on the post this week for the Hanson hotline that if anyone is like maybe too shy to call, you can also type
Mhm.
your story and email it to us. You
Yeah,
can find our email
yeah,
in the show notes on
yeah,
YouTube or Spotify or wherever you listen. It's right there in the show
yeah.
notes. We'll read it.
That's a great
We'll read it for
idea.
you.
Read it for you. We could read it in voices if you want to say it like dramatically read. We can take this many routes.
Yes.
So yeah, let's get into it, and I'd love to hear them. Um, with that being said, no Hanson hotline.
No.
That's gonna guide us right into this week's card pull.
Yep.
Um, yeah, Aline,
Yeah.
you had the honor of
I'm excited.
doing the card pull.
We're getting down to business now. I'm like,
Get down to
oh,
business.
what
Unless
are
you
we
have something
getting?
else to add. I don't know. Um, oh, before we do that, like Hanson news. I mean, I know they had a performance or two this week. Honestly, sometimes I get so busy with work and all that stuff, I don't
I've lost
follow what
track.
they're up
Yeah.
to. Yeah. But also there's word on the street,
Yeah.
on the street that Taylor might be on Dancing with the Stars as a possibility.
Yeah.
And I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
There's a couple people who are like, yeah, that he's gonna trip and fall or whatever. Like, yes, he is the
I
brother
mean,
that has been known to fall off the stage.
he's not wearing his eggplant, so he will probably be a little more graceful.
Yes. But there were times he was not wearing any sort of costumes and
Yeah.
did not fall off the stage.
But he has
Um,
rhythm.
he does have some
He
rhythm.
doesn't seem like it, but he does have rhythm.
And we have a story we wrote years ago. I wish we lost the copy of it, and it makes me so sad because it was probably our most fun fan fiction we ever wrote together. Do you remember? You know
No.
what I'm talking about. I
I
am
have
Taylor,
no
do you
idea.
love me?
Oh my goodness. Wasn't that based off of that like dancing clip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Back to doing. Great. Yeah, great dancer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, where he's, like, dancing,
Yeah. Because I
like,
used to
doing
say
the
him and
thing.
Britney Spears were the same person.
Yeah.
'Cause you'd never seen
Teenagers.
them in the same room together, so he was like Britney during the
We
day and
still
Taylor at night.
haven't.
Still haven't seen him in the same room.
Right. Hmm. Mystery.
They
What
better
a
not be the
mystery.
same person.
No, I don't think so, but it was fun, and I still yearn to go back and read it, and I think it was just one of the very few
Yeah,
stories we read that just didn't end up. We
we
just don't have a.
we need to really, like, think hard and, like, deep dig on the Wayback Machine and see if we can unearth one of the hosting websites, see if we can unearth
I don't think we ever put it out.
really? Darn it.
It was really ridiculous. It was really ridiculous and really playful. And we were actually texting, or not text, oh my God, like we were chatting
Like,
back and
AIM.
forth and typing the lines back and forth to each other as it was happening. It wasn't like a story that we wrote on our own time, separate from each other. We were just like tappy tappy. And then he did this. And I'm like, and then he did this.
Oh, man, I wish we
It
had
was
that.
Oh, me too. Me too. It was really fun. But in when coming back to Dancing with the Stars, I think he will have fun.
Yeah.
It's exposure, and we are like, "Oh, maybe, he can't dance," but you know what? Maybe he has been doing dancing lessons this whole time underground, and we just didn't know about it, like, he has a private life
Yep.
that I feel like he would not fully, but even though he did, like apparently he did that Name That Song and did not do well at it
No,
at
he did
all.
so bad. I was
But
so
that's like
sad though, because he got beat by JoJo Siwa.
yeah.
That was terrible.
I don't think I watched that one, but I also thought they did Rap Battle really well, um,
I
but
actually
also the guy they did that, like, against was also really good.
I made a joke about
Uh
that when this whole Dancing with the Stars thing popped up, and I was like, "I just
Uh-huh.
hope he can dance better than he can rap." 'Cause
No, like, I
it was
actually
so
thought
goofy.
he did a decent job with the rap battle. Zach may have done a little bit better. But I think Taylor's in like just general instinct. This could be just me being parasocial, but from what I have gathered of him over the years, is he actually is nice and he's not trying to hurt people's feelings or
Yeah,
anything like that. So I think that probably was a little bit more challenging for
yeah.
him. Um to like kind of be a little more playful, but I honestly am excited if the Dancing with the Stars thing is true. I am so excited about the outfits.
Oh,
I
yes.
want to see him some sparkly because honestly, we have not seen Hanson in anything shiny
Nope.
or like nylon or anything since the 90s. And I could really use like
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Something. Put him in an Adidas track suit. I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Whatever it takes. But no, we just see him in some very neutral colors. That's just his wardrobe choice nowadays. That's fine. I'm excited for some glitter.
Yeah.
Sparkles that shine and razzle dazzle.
I Am Taylor Diva Love Me is returning.
Please. I can't wait. I hope the rumors are true. Please let them be true. And I think that's what is fun, even though they're on a break, a lyrical creation break with each other. All the brothers are doing stuff. And Isaac
Yeah,
just announced he's doing
like a
Rock
rock
the
the
Boat.
boat, yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
with
"Oh,
Mother Road
man."
Sons
That was
with Switchfoot,
unexpected.
Better Than Ezra, and Sister Hazel.
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember Switchfoot is fun. It's a Christian group.
yeah.
Um, but they had some fun songs. Marilyn Manson ain't my girlfriend.
I don't know that one, but
And
okay.
on my church days, my youth group mission trip days, and I've seen Switchfoot live a couple of times, and I've seen it a couple of times. They have that, and they have Sadie Hawkins dance. Sadie Hawkins dance in my khaki pants.
Oh my
Nothing
goodness.
better. Oh oh oh! The girls ask the guys. It's always a surprise. Nothing better than do you like my sweater? It's
Don't know
very
these
deep
songs.
and moving.
I listened to more Sister Hazel than, Switchfoot.
I'm switching up Switchfoot with Reliant K.
Oh.
My bad. Switchfoot is a lot more dramatic and, but still fun. Okay, sorry, Switchfoot and Reliant K. And then we're gonna have people going, "No, that's Reliant K." I corrected myself. I'm just tired.
That was a nice
But
little break for, like, singing break, though. I
did you
enjoyed
like
it.
that? Did
Yes,
you
now
like
I wanna go
that?
listen to Reliant K, who I have also never listened to.
They're really funny for, like, a Christian band. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Switchfoot does, "We were meant to live for so
Okay,
much
I know that.
more. Yes, ourselves."
I didn't realize that was a Christian band, though.
Yep,
It's crazy.
it's true. American rock band from San Diego, California, and they're gonna be in Orlando, the House of Blues, on November 4th. In Jacksonville
Oh, wow, someone's
at the
actually in
pier
Jacksonville.
on November 7th.
That's wild, no one
Are
comes here.
Switchfoot still Christians? by faith, but they have always rejected Christian band label. I saw them perform in a church.
Reject it all you want.
They avoid Christian rock label to avoid to break down barriers between sacred and secular music. All music is worship. So, yeah, okay. That's interesting because I've always taken Switchfoot as a Christian band because I went to see them with my church. So, very cool. And I wish Reliant K was at this tour as well.
Yeah, because I just need more of these songs.
I need more weird Christian music. Yeah, the Marilyn Manson Ate My Girlfriend is a great one. Um,
I'm gonna have to
it
play some of these for the
is,
kids.
yeah. It's pretty funny. Let me find this real quick.
I just can't believe, like, it was, I wanna say a couple weeks ago, maybe, somebody said instead of Hanson Day, Hanson should do Rock the Boat. I don't remember who said it. It was in one of the groups, and then all of a sudden, like, I opened Instagram earlier and was like, "Are you kidding me? Here comes Isaac." I didn't realize Andrew was also in
Part of
Isaac's
Mother
group.
Road.
Yeah, I was like, "Whoa, where okay." It was just, like, a whole lot. I've never listened to Mother Road Sons either.
Oh yeah,
It's just
I haven't either.
I also
Sometimes
don't
I feel
watch
like I can.
I don't watch that game either, so
I've tried. I've tried. I've tried.
I've done it a few times. I've tuned in, but it's just not it doesn't keep
I
my
think I would
attention.
have fun if I was in there playing with them,
Yeah, you
like
can.
playing game
I just don't have
with
the
them.
time, but you can. You can go play with him.
I don't think. Can you really?
Yeah, he does group games all the
Does he
time.
really?
It's just yeah, he said he puts out his Nintendo code and you can join in. I've just I don't have the attention
I
span
did
for
play
none of
with
it.
him. I did play
Back to the island?
Smash Brothers at Back to the Island, and I got way too into it. I did well. I was my tried and true Kirby, and so when I play video games, I like move my body like
Yeah.
just like a geriatric, and I was so into it. And I sat next to him while I was playing, and I was like, ah, and I was like visceral, like reacting, and this how I got into it. So I was like determined, and then like I kept like doing the Kirby like "Ooh," sucking thing, and he's like, all right, Kirby, and he got a little like and then he finally like when he realized I kept like getting at him, he's like, okay, fine, and he just like was like, and he destroyed me. I was like, okay.
Professional gamer.
Fine. Professional gamer. It's a professional's accidental gamer. But I don't get it. I don't watch it. And I have not had a chance to see Mother Road Sons. I may have. Did I ever catch Isaac at the colony? Like, I probably before it became an official thing. I
Yeah.
think we went to. Yeah, I've seen him play once at the colony in Tulsa, but I don't think he was officially part of the uh that group
Yeah.
yet, because I don't know if Andrew that was a long time ago, but it was just very random, but, like, "Let's go see if Isaac's playing," and we went and I was there. Um, yeah, I finally got some Reliant K lyrics. You read them?
Yes.
It's so funny. This is what we listened to at church. Uh Walk through the streets of PA and you may see her. Go up to her and say you're a believer. Disgusting trash on MTV makes her smile. That guy from Satan's embassy put him on trial because Marilyn Manson ate my girlfriend. Satan consumed her mind and he may do it again. Marilyn Manson ate my girlfriend. And the music video is like this person kind of dressed like Marilyn Manson and picking people up and going, Marilyn Manson ate my girlfriend. He's not cool.
Is this from the 90s?
I mean,
Late
it was
90s,
in
early
late 90s. This
2000s?
came out 2000 to 2003. era before their next album was released. But yeah, that's a
Wow.
random Christian group that I got really confused with Switchfoot and all of that. So, but I also is better than Ezra. Uh, I feel like that those bands kind of skirt the line of being like Christian and not
I
really.
don't know.
Just a I don't know either, girlfriend. Well, I wish the best to our wonderful guys and with their side projects, whether you're dancing or playing on a boat or playing video games. I hope they're all three happy.
Well, Zach's also
And
making music in his gamer studio, so
in his man cave
yeah.
studio. Yeah. Has he released anything?
I don't think like
I tell you,
anything.
I'm on my out.
I don't think
But you
he's
know
done
what?
anything fully.
Zach's releases when he gets to be alone
They're
are
wild.
some of them. They're so fun. They're
They are.
so wild. The digital pants songs are insane.
Yes.
And I think he should release himself fully and, produce that stuff. Same with when
Let
he
it out
did
to the world
The
because
Machine.
we
Yeah.
hear it a lot. The Machine is probably one of my favorite things he's ever
It's
made.
so weird and
I
wild
love
and
that album. I
creepy. I
I
love
just
it.
it's so like it's just something I can put on and just
Mhm.
play and it just like calms me. I love that album.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. I it was cool. Like I remember when I got to go to the listening of it and no one knew what to expect. And I tried to give it I gave it my all, like listening to it, and it does tell a story all the way through. And you can
Yeah.
hear
You feel it.
the intention in that and feel that the intensity when you're listening and everything. And I'm glad that Zach got to put that part of himself out there
Yeah.
like that.
I'm glad I got
And
to see that in person. That was really
yeah,
cool. My only
yeah.
Hanson day.
Yeah, they did it that Hanson
Yeah.
Day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I feel like forever. It was forever ago.
Yeah. That's
8 years ago.
yeah. I can't believe it's almost been 10 years. That's like,
I
whoa.
know what time flies, friend. It really does.
Yeah.
Uh, well, now we can do our card pull.
Okay. I
Now
already
that we got
shuffled.
all that out of the way, of like, oh yeah, Hanson's actually like doing stuff. They're talking about it. Good job, guys. Now we're into our
We're ready.
card of the week. We are so ready.
All right. What do we got?
Mm,
Well, oh
What do
my
we
gosh,
got?
we finally got it. That's weird.
Weird.
We finally got it.
Oh.
Yay.
Yay. It is such a good song. It's such a good song that we named our podcast after it.
Yes.
Appropriately.
Song number 3. I will never forget where this is on the album.
Yeah. This song I have cried to
Yes.
live.
Yes.
The song I have
Holding your
had
hand.
a yes, yes. Like sometimes it's like that to me, and then sometimes it's also like I have a video of myself that's someone recorded when they started, and they just do the part, the
Yeah.
beginning part, and I'm like, oh, I already know what it is. That particular show, I brought an old coworker with me who had no idea about Hanson, not a clue. And we got front row at SeaWorld for that one. And she at some point had to leave. She's like, I'm uncomfortable because I feel like he's trying, because we were right in front of Taylor's piano. And she's like, I feel like he keeps trying to draw me into him. And it's
That's
really
just who he
intimate.
is.
And I was like, that's just what happens. So she actually left
Oh my
and
goodness.
yeah,
I will
she's
not
like,
be
it was too
seduced by
much.
Taylor Hanson today.
Not today.
You just
No,
gotta
sir.
go with the flow and you gotta let it happen because that's what Taylor does. He's got that natural
Yes.
charisma. You just gotta
Yes.
go with
She's
it.
like, I felt like I was intruding on something that was not meant for me.
It was meant for you.
He was. He was right there. Right there. But yeah, and you can see her in the background of the video, like looking at me when I'm just like, oh, like I'm just like full orgasm and I hear the jingle. I'm like, oh Lord. Can't help it. So much. This is the sign you've been waiting for.
Yes.
I love it. It's so fun, and you have the, like, eye right there, like
Yeah.
a ward off. And that's so funny because you made this before, so was this more inspiring with the eyes, or was the eyes just completely separate
So
when
when
you made the eyeball heads?
I made the eyeball heads later.
Yeah, you did, but, like, were they, like, part of your brain thinking with this, or was it
No.
just all circumstantial?
There, like I said before, there are so many freaking eyeballs in this deck of cards. Like, look through the deck. Let's see. I'm gonna count them because it's crazy. I didn't realize it till we
Oh,
started
yeah, you
going
had it
over it.
on speechless.
One, two, let's see, three.
I put the rest of mine in my books.
Okay, maybe there's not as many eyes as I feels like there's eyes. There's only four, and you're only gonna count three. It feels like there's so much more, but like that's a lot for an album though. Like each
Well
song is like an eyeball thing. And I'm like, okay, well, here comes another eyeball. How do we redraw another eyeball? How do we keep this engaging? But the all seeing eye felt like significant.
Mhm. Yeah, I like it, I like it. What does our book say?
You want to read it or you want?
Weird. I'll read it,
Okay.
and then isn't it strange how we all get a little bit weird sometimes? Take the trip, embrace the chaos, good things will follow. Keep it weird. Haven't you heard? Your weird is the type of weird the world needs. Being unique, feeling unseen, change in luck, searching for purpose, kindred spirit, hope. This is the sign that you've been waiting for. Yes or no? Yes, do the thing.
I haven't
We
read
did.
this since I made them. So like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, maybe I did like because I do random card pulls in Delaney's group, but
Yeah.
it's been a good while. So like leading up to making the podcast, when I kept spitballing with you with names and stuff, weird
Mhm.
stuck because it's our song. I didn't go read
Mhm.
the book and go, man, which song should it be? I was looking at their entire music to see what would stand out.
Yeah.
And reading the thing on this card now, I'm like, this really fits the podcast.
It does. It's extremely fitting. And this, you made the deck a year prior to us
Yeah.
even thinking about it. And when I had to stop my intrusive thoughts for a second when I was reading it, though, when, it says, isn't it strange how we all get a little bit weird sometimes? Um, I don't know, maybe it was like 2 years ago. Aline made me a bunch of digital prints with different, like, some of my favorite songs on it, like Blue
They're
Sky,
back there. They're
all
on that
all of
wall.
those. Right now they're in a box till I can move. Um, except one, because I haven't taken my bathroom stuff fully
It's
down
somewhere back
yet.
there.
And I have the one that you made me where it says, we all get a little bit weird sometimes. It's like right next to my toilet paper roll. So I'm amused. Like no one else is gonna see it. No one else uses my toilet, but I'm like, it makes me chuckle. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, it is weird. But and that's what's so fun about this song because it can make you cry. It can make you feel extremely
Scene.
vulnerable and seen, and and sometimes like it can bring out the alone in you, um but also make you not feel alone at
Yeah.
the same time. First time I went to New York City, I walked when I was walking down the subway, you know, stairs, I
Yeah.
was singing it. I was like, I'm gonna sing it here. And I think every time I go to New York City and I'm walking down the subway train or I'm on the subway, I sing it. I'm like, it's so, and maybe that's why one of the reasons I love New York City so much because they really took the atmosphere of New York City and brought it to their music video. Like,
Yeah.
you can go and be like the most eccentric looking person in the world. And it is one of the very few rare cities where you don't really feel so weird there. You actually feel quite normal. And
No one's looking at you.
it was perfect. I mean, they had Gus Van Sant direct that music video, and he did like Goodwill Hunting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
They had a lot of big names back then.
mhm. They had the hookup and the connections for it. Um, but it's such a sweet and deep song that is extremely just gets me right in my feels every freaking time. Um, Going up to Hanson stage,
Oh, yeah.
I've seen Weird 18 times. They have played Weird a total of 302. 7 of those were virtual, so 295 live. Um, they played it the last week in Virginia at the casino, and then they played it July. They've played it 3 times this year. Taylor played it at the Hotel Cafe on his little
Ooh.
solo show.
Oh, no,
And
that would bring me to tears. Just Taylor singing that would wreck me.
yeah,
Oh, Meatballs decided
have
she had
I
to
seen
come
it?
podcast with us.
Weird. I have not heard it as a solo before. Oh,
I
yeah.
have heard it live 4 times
Mhm.
and virtual 4 times. My first show, I heard it, and the last time I heard it live was on my birthday.
Aw. First time I heard it was on the Albertine tour, and the last time I heard it was October 19th, 2025. And, yeah, what if that was the first or second one? I think it was October. They played it once at the Food and Wine Festival the whole time. Oh, he also played it in October 11th at Hotel Cafe
So we played it at
again.
both the shows.
Mhm. He must love that one where to, like, pull it out and do it by himself. Oh, Taylor.
He might feel it like we do.
No, Taylor. A music box at Borgata Casino. Was that a full Hanson show? Because it's showing that it was a Taylor. No, it was a full Hanson show. And then they did acoustics. They each had a solo song. No, just yeah, they each had a solo song. Isaac did Smile. Zach did On and On. Oh, I love that
I
one.
love that one
And then
too.
Taylor did Weird. That's a good little set.
That's a cry fest right there, all 3 of those.
Sure, right. Girl, just smile. I wouldn't like
Well, not really. I don't know.
be devastated
Smiles.
with Smile. I would be pretty fucking pumped if I heard Smile.
Yeah, it's not a cry song. For some reason, my brain was mixing up Smile and Cried.
So I cried. Now that's a rarity song. I think we talked about that
Yeah.
last
We're
week.
not gonna talk about it anymore right now.
No, no way. This one's to come up and then where is Smile from?
The Princess Diaries soundtrack.
It is. Oh, I've heard that 5 times.
Don't look it up right now.
I'm Smile?
Yeah, it's next season. Leave it alone.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. We have to keep each other in check like this because we get excited and we're like, "Oh, I love that song."
We've
And then I get so curious. I'm like, "What is that one?" Yep, it's in that era. Wild. Wild.
we still gotta
Um,
read the lyrics.
oh yes. It's gonna be really not hard for me to read these dramatically, but also, like, they just get in my soul. So here we go. We ready?
Yep.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it strange? Even though we're just two strangers on this runaway train, we're both trying to find a place in the sun. We lived in the shadows, but doesn't everyone? Isn't it strange how we all feel a little bit weird sometimes? Isn't it hard standing in the rain? You're on the verge of going crazy, and your heart's in pain. No one can hear, though you're screaming so loud. You feel all alone in a faceless crowd. Isn't it strange how we all get a little bit weird sometimes? Sitting on the side, waiting for a sign, hoping that my luck will change. Reaching for a hand that'll understand someone who feels the same. When you live in a cookie cutter world, being different is a sin. So you don't stand out and you don't fit in. Weird. Sitting on the side, waiting for a sign, hoping that my luck will change. Reaching for a hand that'll understand someone who feels the same. When you live in a cookie cutter world, if you're different, you can't win. So you don't stand out and you don't fit in. Weird. Isn't it strange how we all feel a little bit weird? Strange how we all get a little bit strange because we're all just a little bit weird sometimes. It took so much for me not to also dramatically dance to it as well. So much. Maybe I should add that next time.
Interpretive
I
dance.
had to do the little, like, when he's, like, in the train car in the water and they're like,
Yes,
"Ooh." Ah, such a good music video.
it is.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
one of my
Like, I can
favorites.
visually, like, see the whole video in my head, like, as I'm reading the lyrics out, like, every part that they're in. It might be one of my favorite music videos from them.
Probably mine too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's so impactful, and one of the last time I think I've said this before, one of the last songs I've heard that has the same vibe to it is Child at Heart.
Yeah,
It's like when the person who's been weird the whole time,
grew up.
realized grew up, you know, and still a child at heart. Um, what our mother song.
Yes. It's the
The
mothership.
mothership. And it's so special, and I like how you took the book and instead of making it, I don't know, you took it and just went a little bit different, I feel like, than the lyrics, but I appreciate that because, like, the lyrics made you feel like, "Hey, we're all a little bit weird sometimes, you're reaching for a hand that'll understand." And you took it and you're like making sure to like encourage the person who draws the card to like work past that weirdness, work past those things and to take a trip, embrace the chaos of that weird. Um, Good things will follow. Keep it weird. Haven't you heard? You're weird is the type of weird the world needs. And I think as we grow up, as I grow up, I'll just speak for myself. Um, there's still this like world of weird inside of me. Um, and I find it sometimes hard and challenging to embrace that all the time.
Yeah.
Because especially as you age, you get this like notion like you're not supposed to still do these things. You're not supposed to still dress up different or put yourself out there in odd ways, and there's a lot, I feel like as you get older there's a lot more demand of formation to the world of being just like everyone else so you're not standing out too hard,
Yeah,
because you're a mature adult. Why are you seeking attention
right.
or whatever? Like, why are you choosing but to be weird? Because by this point, it's an assumption that it's a choice to be weird or to be different. And I feel like there's a lot of weight, on it, even maybe more than you are when you're a child, because when you're a child and weird, it's just like, oh,
There's a
they'll
weird
grow
kid.
out of
Yeah.
that. And as an adult, no, I haven't grown out of it. I'm still weird. And I feel like it's shots even more so. Like, you're young when you're like, oh, you're such an old soul. And then that old soul's still there and they're like, oh no, you're like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the same brain that's thinking all these deep thoughts that I had as a child. There's still like
Still
wonder.
searching for those answers.
Yeah, there's still wonder. There's still like an unwillingness to be complacent with like myself and my steps in life. And I think that's why the songs can still make me sob like a baby when I see it live. Like,
Yeah.
just it guts me.
For your little inner weird child, you're crying for the child. Well, I don't know. Like, as a young teen, especially growing
Mhm.
up with this song, I embraced this song so much because I was the weird girl at my school. Like,
Mhm.
I, instead of conforming to the, they pushed and pushed and pushed because I was the weird girl. So they were like, oh,
Mhm.
oh, she likes Hanson. Let's drag that out of her. You're never going to take
Mhm.
that out of me. And I fought back. I fought back against all
Yeah.
of it. I refused to be the girl that they tried to make me into. I was like, no, I doubled down on the weirdness. I got weirder. I was like, let's go. Y'all, y'all try to take it away. I'm going to come back stronger. And I do that
Yeah.
with my girls too. Like, I tell them, like, you know, whatever your peers say, which they're so blessed to be at a school that embraces that naturally, like, all the kids there
Mhm.
are weird. They're all the weird kid, and I told them that. I'm like, "Y'all are so lucky because you all are the weird kids, and you're all friends, and I
Yeah.
love that. You don't get picked on for it because you all have it.
Right.
Keep that spark in you." Like,
Yeah.
that's what matters when, when you get out of school, none of this stuff is gonna matter. What's gonna matter is, did you stay true to yourself? Do you still love
Mhm.
who you are?
Right.
Don't let them take it
Right.
from you. That's who you are, and that's who you're meant to be. I'm
Mhm.
I'm not gonna let my girls, be small for anybody. I
Yeah.
will
Uh,
embrace it with them.
that's a good way to be and a good way to live. Don't force yourself to be small, because at the end of the day, the opinions of people, like, if first off, if they're judging you and wanting you to be a different person, then they don't really even have your back
Right.
fully. They don't really understand. They just want you to conform.
Right.
Um, I have a very similar story with, like when he was not, look, my older son, um, we he's older now, he's 19. And but when he was in first grade, he really wanted a rainbow cat backpack. It was like, one you get from Journeys. I can't
Yeah.
write it with the oh, what was the brand that we always used to buy? The backpacks, the like popular.
Jansport?
Yeah, yeah, it was a JanSport backpack with cats, neon rainbow cats all over it. He's like, "I want that for school." And I said, "100%, baby." And I got him that. And then he came home and he was upset and he said, "So and so said that boys can't like cats and that my backpack is for girls." And I was like, "Well, do you like your backpack?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, that's all that matters."
Yep.
And then I told him, I was like, "I promise you that kids your age just don't naturally have these thoughts. I promise you that that little boy who told that to you was also told those same things by an adult. So to him, that's law and that's rule.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know any different. And he sees you doing and going against the grain of what he was taught. That doesn't make what he was taught right, but he sees you going against what he was told, and that makes him feel uncomfortable. So he needs you to know that what you're doing is not normal per se for him. But I promise you, if it makes you happy, you should still keep using your backpack. And he's like, okay. And I do explain things to my children like that because I'm just like, oh, they're just jealous. Like, no, like
No.
that's such a blanket statement. Like, I like to explain things to my kids deeply so they also can understand
Right.
empathy and can also progress. Now, he came back to me in high school. He goes, Mom, why did you let me keep using that cat backpack knowing I was being picked on? Like, I'm like, whoa, this stuck with you, man. This really like stuck with you. This is 12th grade, so like 10 years later,
Oh, wow.
something, whatever, what's first grade to 12th grade, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah. And I was like, well, you liked it. And he's like, but you knew I was being picked on. And I was like, do you remember who was picking on you? Like, do you remember the person? He's like, no. And I was like, why are you going to bend? And why would I encourage you to bend for somebody who you don't even remember,
Yeah.
who's not even in your life anymore, who wanted you to be a certain way so they were comfortable? Um, and I was like, if you go around changing parts of yourself to make everybody happy, why on earth are who are you at the end of the day? Like, if you have made this person happy and changed part of you, who are you? And then he was like, oh, okay. Mhm. When he was a teenager. But like now, like after that, he started like embracing like going thrifting
Yeah.
as, money was in a certain way. But he was just like, we dove into it. He found uniqueness in his clothing and he started like really expressing himself a little bit more with his clothes. And I actually got him other shirts with cats on it and things like that, and he still really likes that. He, buys Jinkos, which is so funny to see him running around with, like, big pocket
Yeah.
handles, like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious," and I love that, but if I would have encouraged him back then to not do those things or to discourage him because he was being picked on, I feel like I would be doing a disservice to his soul at the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
to who he is and,
'Cause that would have
and
stole a
to his
whole
uniqueness.
that would have stole a whole piece of him.
Yeah.
I
Just
remember little tiny I remember the
mhm.
cat birthday parties and he wore pink cat ears the whole birthday. Like, I remember
Yeah.
that kid. That would have completely took up probably like 20% of his identity
Yeah.
at
And
such a
allow
young age.
Yeah, and allowing him to embrace that part that people dub as feminine, he really turned out to be, like, a great I don't wanna say masculine in a, like, red pill kind of way, but a great masculine guy, like, he's hardworking, when
He's
my
masculine,
dryer breaks
but he
down.
he also understands a
Yeah.
softer side of himself
Yeah.
that
When
most
he would
young males do not.
Right, and he would, like, bake for his wrestling mates, like, he was in wrestling a good portion of high school, and he would bake, like, low sugar lemon bars and banana bread and all of that stuff for his friends, and when he was confronted with like, when he joined wrestling, someone was like, "Oh, you wanna fight? You wanna fight? Oh, now you wanna fight?" Like, they tried to fight him in school and, like, tried to, like, get him to go, and he bowed up like an old New Yorker. He's like, "Oh, yeah? You wanna fight? Come on, yeah, get in this."
I could see him doing that. I've been hanging out with him as I say an adult, he's a young adult.
Mhm. Yeah.
You've raised such a strong young man. I am so
Mm.
proud of who you raised and, like,
Yeah.
just,
It's
like,
pretty awesome.
hanging out with him when we were, doing everything, moving and all that.
Mhm.
He steps up when he needs to. He looks out for all the women in his life. Like, you raised a really, really good young man.
Yeah.
And a lot of that
Yeah.
is because you didn't let him dumb himself down for anyone else.
Right, and sometimes even me, like, when he was going through his teenagering and I was being sensitive about some teenager stuff, he would look at me, he goes, "I don't know why you're being so emotional, mom," and I'm like, like, he never tried to, like, combat me or, like, besides, like, with words, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I raised myself, this is crazy." Like, but better, a way, way, way better version, and, I sent him a TikTok this morning about your oldest being like your ride or die, who's like been with you throughout it all and everything like that. And I was like, I love you. And a lot of times he doesn't respond to my TikToks because he's a busy guy, but he responded. He goes, I love you too.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he really is just amazing kid. And I think supporting the oddities and the weirdness and not making your children feel off for different for being different. I think it's important. It was 6th grade and last year I was like, what'd you do in your recess or PE? He goes, oh, I made a bed of straw, like pine needles. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I was like, did anyone come by and say? He goes, yeah. Sometimes when they would go running by, they would be like, what you doing? He's like, just making a bed. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's good construction and, ability to just make your space feel comfy for
yep.
you. Good job. But like I got some little weird, and I say weird in the best
Yes.
way possible, kids. So
Weird is not a negative word to me, and it's not in my
no.
house either. Because I've
Yeah.
always told the girls, embrace your weird. And
Mhm.
I've raised them in a way that if they like something and it's not
Mhm.
hurting anyone, which none of their interests do, but like I try to embrace it for them and
Mhm.
encourage what they're doing. Like my oldest, who is your son's age, they grew up together. She went through a lot of chapters of her life and I embraced every one of them. And I've listened to her be a fangirl. I've listened to her obsession with Twilight. I've had many sessions of her wanting to redo dolls and just little things that I'm like, all right, we'll go with it. You want to draw? I'll go get you
Mhm.
drawing stuff. You want to paint? I'll
Yeah.
go get you painting stuff. That has also her sisters do the same. And today's the second day of school. My middle daughter comes home and she's always nervous she won't make a friend. She already has a whole group of friends, but she's nervous that she won't make new friends, I guess. And she said, Mom, today this girl came up to me and she said, you look so cool and I want to be your friend. And I was like, I love
Oh,
that for you. And she's like, and she liked my bracelets because she, like me and you, her arms are
stacked.
100% covered from wrist to elbow in all these candy bracelets that she made. And she always has like candy beads like that she's designed and
Oh,
she gets all the other kids into what she's doing. So like
yeah.
they all love Dandy's World. They're all making candy bracelets. They're all doing like little crafts and I'm like,
She's
"Let's
embracing
go."
herself, and
Yeah.
people want a little part of that.
Yeah. And
Like they want to have that.
she loves sharing it.
Gosh.
And so today she made a new friend who also
Mhm.
happened to love Dandy's World. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh great, here we go again." It was just like she thought looked cool enough that she said it,
Mhm.
and I was like, "I could have never done that." Well, I did that in kindergarten, that's how I made friends my first day of kindergarten.
Yeah.
I went up to
Mhm.
people this is how I started my academic career. My very first day of school, there were groups of girls hanging around, and they all had on the same teal dress, and I was
Mm.
just like, "They're so pretty, I wanna be their friend," and I'm, like, 5. So I go up and I was like, "Hi, I'm Aline, can we be friends?" And they said this whole group of them, they said to me, "If you come to school tomorrow wearing this dress, then we'll be your friend." And I went home crying. I wanted so badly
Oh,
to just be their friend that I begged my mom. I cried. I cried so much. I begged her. I was
you're
like,
like, "Please,
"Please
I
give me
need
this
this
dress."
dress."
And my mom was like, "No, I'm not going to go get you that dress because if they need you to own something to be your friend, then they're
Mhm.
not a real friend to you."
Mhm.
And she never
Yeah.
budged on that. She didn't. And they literally did not talk to me all through school.
That's
One of them
crazy.
one of them became my best friend because she
Yeah.
saw what they were doing and she didn't want a part of it.
Mm.
And me and her
Yeah.
were best friends all the way through elementary school and middle school. She's
Yeah.
still my friend to this day.
Yeah. I love that. That's hard though, like when your uniqueness is either going to attract people or it's going to turn people off.
Yeah.
And the people it turns off are people who are uncomfortable with
Yep.
that aura that unique aura piercing them, and it makes them revisit themselves like and I feel like as older women we don't encounter it as blatantly, but every now and then. I mean, I had a thing happen earlier this year with somebody who was like, said some really mean shit to me about ab- about like my little outfit postings and all this stuff. But the person, not knocking people who wear leggings, because girlfriend, I wear some leggings all the time. But like that was really like her thing, and I really wanted to share myself, and I was like, look, this is my stuff, and honestly, I think I put her on a spot because I've always been a very loyal person, or if I see someone like picking on somebody, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do that too. Like you're my friend or you're my associate, you're my peer. But what you're picking on is something that I do. You're like picking on another person, but I do that as well." And I kind of showed this person because they were picking on somebody posting pictures and of their outfits, and I was like, I had just met her a couple of months before, so I kind of like was feeling her out still. And I pulled up, I'm like, oh, I do that as well. And I like look at showing her my pictures, and I don't think she liked that I did that. I'm a little bit more like, oh, I don't actually like to be around people who have to knock other
Yeah.
people on their spare time. I'm
I
not a fan
have also
of being that way.
done that. I've become the woman that will call out ignorance and
And
being a
bullying, like,
mean
come on,
girl
we're
just
like
to be
grown
mean. Yeah.
women.
You do
Yeah.
not have
Like,
to
what are you
make
doing?
someone else small to make yourself bigger because I got treated that way all through school. And
Mm,
I will stand up for the small one. I mean, I'm
yeah.
all 5'2" of me, but I'll stand up.
Right. Right. And also with my friends, like, don't think that I'm gonna be a person that you can yap about a friend of mine in front of me and think I won't, like, stand up for them
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, um, I think that I've kind of become a personal, like, fighter for people, like, I don't know, I always try and see the best in others, and, especially if someone wants to knock people. I mean, I've had clients wanna talk crap about people. They don't realize that I was born in and lived with a parent who relied on the system growing up. You know, my mother was on disability. I didn't have I we got food stamps, you know, all these things. And I had a client who was new and she wanted to pick on people who got benefits. And I was and school paid for it, and like she's like, "Oh, did this?" And I'm like sitting there and I look at her and I was like, "So how do you like your Pell Grant haircut that you're paying me to do for you?" You know, and I will always like even if they're sitting in my chair, I don't care.
Seems to be a good
And
time for a lesson.
I think so because you're now paying me lots of money to do your hair, so I will always speak up. I will never be too good to share my story or to share where I come from or anything like that, and how I got here and how I grew. I think it's a beautiful story, and we should always share, like, not maybe if you're comfortable, share your past, share your
Yeah.
footsteps, um, along the way, because you might end up surprising some people when they realize that they dislike a group of people or dislike something, and they really actually don't,
Yeah.
you
Because they're
know?
usually talking to someone that's related to all of it.
Right,
A lot of people are always stunned when I start telling my story because I don't look like what they expect,
right,
but I am.
yeah. Um, Things look very different on people, and I think a lot of the world expects people who have come from more harder backgrounds to remain there. Even though they expect people to like always do better, I don't think they allow allotment for actually people to grow, like myself, to use the things that were made and to support somebody who is in a moment that they couldn't get. Like at one point, I was on WIC, I was on things like that, and I'm grateful that I'm in a place that I haven't had to use those resources in a very, very long time, but they mean something to people. And I need to take this all the way here with the podcast, but now I'm a contributing member of society in other ways that I didn't get to used to be because the system was there and made for people like me. So I'm grateful. And I will always correct people when they want to have assumptions
Yeah.
on what a face of that looks like, because we all get a little bit weird, we all get a little bit down, we all get a little bit low sometimes, and sometimes people have help in different ways. So
Yeah.
yeah, and we should not be judging books by their cover or by the cover you have in your head.
Yeah.
Because you're probably projecting something from the inside. And
That's
I'm
something I
grateful.
tell the girls a lot. It's like
Yeah.
every time someone's mean to you, I don't say, "Oh, they're jealous or something." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
they're they're insecure or they are upset about something that they see in you
Mm-hmm.
that makes them feel off. And it's not
Yeah.
something that you're doing wrong. It's just how they feel that they
Right.
need to figure that out on their own. I'm never going to
Right.
sit there and go, "Oh, a boy likes you because they're mean to you." We don't allow that. That's not okay.
Mm-mm.
We don't do
No,
that.
not all right. No, 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 no.
No.
Definitely not. Yeah, I will always be a little, I don't even say a devil's advocate, but I will always like, hey, what are you doing that? Like
Yeah.
we're grown people.
Yeah, we don't
There's
have
no
to be
need to.
catty.
We don't have to be catties. We're all get a little bit weird sometimes, everyone. Well, I love the song and I love the inspiration of conversation that we can get. We don't always get that from all the
No,
songs. I
this
think
one, I knew this
Middle
one
of
would be
Nowhere.
deep.
Yeah, but it's in the best way, and I think it's a profound song that, what your weirdness is. It may not just be funny hair or clothing or outward appearance, but you can feel different.
Yeah.
When you like some people like you and I growing up with limited financial constraints, that can make you feel weird,
Yeah.
in a
Especially
world of
holding it in. You don't want your peers to find out because you feel like they're going to use it against you.
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
you just made me remember something, and I hold on to this so dearly in my heart. The one of the women that did this for me recently passed away. Her name is Betty Brisbane. She was an amazing woman, but I went to nursing school and my high school. And when it came time for my prom, I did not know this, but my mom couldn't afford my dress, and I had no idea
Mm,
she did this. She wrote, and this was before the internet. She couldn't use the internet anyway. She didn't know how to send emails or nothing. I guess she maybe called them.
mm,
She got my nursing teacher and Miss Brisbane together, and I can't remember exactly what she did. She was like an advisor over the nursing students. She got them together, and I had no idea. They sent me home with an envelope addressed to my mom, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't do anything." I was hoping I wasn't in trouble. They paid for my prom dress.
no. That's so sweet.
I didn't find out until after my mom bought my prom dress.
Yeah.
They paid for my prom
Aw,
dress,
I love that.
and
That's awesome.
I had forgotten, not forgotten, it's just not something I'd thought about. And a couple weeks ago, a couple of the students that I went to school with, the nursing students, had gotten us in a group chat and said that Miss Brisbane had passed. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it just all came flooding back. And I was like, wow,
All the
they really
specialness. Yeah.
saved, because I wouldn't have been able to go to prom.
Yeah.
And hear that these wonderful women that did not have to, they did not have to. They were
Yeah.
my teachers. They did not, they were teaching me. They did not have to do that, but they they got the funds together and they bought my prom dress. And I never talked
I
about
love
that.
that. No, well, I'm glad you got to share, and I'm sure she's watching from where she is and was like, "Hey, no problem, man, no
She
problem,
was
no
a
problem.
great
Happy
woman.
to do that."
So
Yeah,
sweet.
that's is sweet. That's awesome. I remember like all the Christian concerts I went to. I feel like in high school, I went to a church that actually did do a lot of what would Jesus do. I feel like that's kind of lost along the way nowadays.
Yeah.
Um, because I used to hang out with migrant workers and do backyard Bible clubs with their kids and do all that. And I did it, and I never knew how I afforded all the trips. I didn't. Like, I just was always gone. I
Yeah.
always just went on them. There was never like pressure for me to ever know like how I could go, how I could make it. That weight was never on me. It was just always taken care of and done. And that's how I was going and doing all that stuff. My mom didn't pay for it, like my mom would give me like 20 or 30 bucks for spending money, but I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know that it cost things. I just always went on it because I always volunteered, and there was never any weight to like, oh, like, can Laura come? Laura was just always there. Laura was just always at the concerts. Laura was just always paid for. So I appreciate that unique outreach without people needing like the gratitude like sent to them. I look
Yeah.
back as an adult and I understand. I don't know who orchestrated it, but I do understand, and I always appreciate the people who fronted it and made it, And that's how it should be, They shouldn't have to like, you know, thank me from the hilltops
Yeah.
for, doing this or this.
Yeah.
But I'm always thankful, especially as an adult. I'm thankful now looking back, and I'm like, wow, I got to have all these experiences, and I was none the wiser of the cost. I just was like, I go on them and I do the things,
Yeah.
So it's awesome to have support as a child, especially growing up in situations where your weirdness was financial differences from your peers and the people who saw that and allowed you to go on the trip,
Yeah. Do the do the
embrace,
thing.
do the thing. um Takes a village in that way
Yeah.
at times
I'm
to do that.
very
So
grateful for all the women that raised me up
yeah,
because, boy, I had a lot of them in my pocket, but
yeah,
many of them have passed. I think I have one or two left of the women that
yeah,
raised me. Well, yeah, maybe, well, I count my sisters, then there's three, but I feel like we're more level than
yeah,
the older group.
yeah, for sure. I have the women in my life, and I remember. I wish I think they enjoyed watching me go and do that. I don't think I was ever fully aware of, like I said, of who was the mastermind behind
Yeah.
it being taken care of and done. I just like lived. But I do know that there was one time a woman in my grandmother's Sunday school class, and my mama like cared about image just to an extent. Um, to a woman was talking. I colored my hair purple. The first time I did anything weird or wacky with my hair, and I did it purple with these like blonde chunks right up front. There was the money piece before the money piece was like a thing. Now it was like 17, 16, with purple hair and a blonde money piece. And I came to church, and this older woman was like, the girl with the purple hair. And one of the leaders in that group said, that girl does more for Jesus than you do.
Oh.
And like, shut her up. So I remember at first my when I got home, my mom was like, you got to change your hair. I was like, why? And she goes, Obama said someone was talking about you in Sunday school, and it embarrassed her. And I was like, but I like my hair. And that was something and then I got wind from the person who, I was like, but at the same breath, like, I had actually someone who spoke up for me who wasn't a family member. Eventually, Obama came around to my oddity and my weirdness, but she was not happy when I first started coloring my naturally dark hair.
It's again
It was so
somebody that
beautiful.
was uncomfortable in themselves projecting it
Yeah.
onto a child.
Yep. Yep. For sure. Like, they just couldn't deal with the discomfort of
Can you
what they were
imagine
taught.
nowadays looking at somebody with colored hair and going, "Oh man, they're so weird." But back when we were
Uh,
kids, it was so different.
but nowadays it's kind of coming back where the women who are older, if you go and look online, people are like, oh, the blue-haired
Yeah,
girls, the blue-haired women, they're still
yeah,
stuck in that.
I
They're
don't care.
still like, and now it's like associated with like mental health disorders, and I'm just like over here making money off of it now. Like, if
It's
that part of me
stupid.
would have been discouraged, if that part of me wouldn't have been allowed to embrace
Right.
that weirdness and that creativity, I wouldn't probably not have the career I have today, where I've been able to support my family and live and all of that. And when my first job um was at the church, and the pastor's wife hired me, and she was a leader on the mission trips, and she knew I needed a job, and she's like, come work. And I was like, okay, I'll come work at the daycare.
I
Fine. I like
remember when
kids.
you
I
did that.
volunteer with kids.
You had to wear the
And
little head thing, little
yeah,
scarves.
well, she wanted me to color my hair, just color my over my pink hair. And I was like, Miss Sonia, you let me go on mission trips like this. I do this for, like, with this hair, and I go and do it for free. So, but now you want to pay me? I have to cover it up. And she's like, all right, wear a bandana.
It's
I once I got permission from the pastor's wife to continue to be fully unique and full on me, I've been unstoppable ever since. And then I got a letter of recommendation from her when I left that job after I graduated high school. I said, "Can I get a letter of recommendation for my future and jobs?" And she wrote, "Don't judge a book by its cover." And she talked about how my uniqueness on the outside, don't ever just judge me from what you see.
yeah,
Take time to get to know me and understand me.
yeah.
And I appreciate that, part, because she understood that tolerance is challenging in the world.
The
So,
When we pulled up to the girls' school today,
mhm,
we get in like queues and all that, and there's always groups of teachers that direct us, and they've got a great system. And there was a group earlier, and I'm like, that girl looks so familiar, and I couldn't place her. And then when we passed her, I saw her shirt, and it
mhm,
said counselor, and I was like, she just had blonde hair
mhm,
a week before school started when we met her.
mhm,
It's new counselor.
mhm.
Her hair is purple, and it's to the middle of her back, and I was like,
Aw,
let's go. And I looked at, I
let's
said,
go.
there's your counselor. You're gonna love this. Because
With her purple hair.
I was just like, that's such a way to reach these children. And I guess if
Mhm.
you have a job, a school counselor job, where you can dye your hair because you work at an art school,
Yeah.
go do the thing. Do it.
Do the
Be
thing.
yourself.
100%. Be
I just thought it was so
yourself.
cool. I was like, man, that would be so cool if my teachers looked an ounce as unique as the teachers that I see nowadays. I'm like, man, that would have been like,
You would
wow.
probably feel extremely comfortable,
Yeah.
like, with them.
Everyone
Um,
at their school's tattooed and they got crazy hair. And I'm just like, let's go. I love this. I love this.
yeah.
I feel very comfortable here because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
always the
awesome.
oddball out,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I'm not
Eh,
anymore.
no, not anymore. That's really good. That's awesome. When I worked at the daycare as a teenager, the parents, I know my boss slash pastor's wife thought it would make people uncomfortable But in turn, when they would get there, they were like, "What color is it today?" Because I would change it. I would be a
Yeah.
very Ramona Flowers and change it up all the
Yeah,
time.
you did.
And they would be excited. The little girls would come over and they would touch it and they would play in because my little tufts of hair would stick out from the
Yeah.
bandana, and they were just like amazed by it, So if I can be that odd person, I think it now as an adult manifests a lot more in my clothes. So right now I feel like I live very like kind of even keel with my clothes a little bit. I add a little twerk here and there, a little boop, boop, boop. And opening up my resale store kind of allowed me to release that and kind of like
Yeah.
share that with people, my taste with people. It changes, like, how are you going to be different? How are you going to embrace the chaos that is a part of you? I think it's even more important to stay weird as an adult
Yeah.
even more than it is as a child. Because if you are so easily lost and slide into the conformity, what would like your younger self say? What would you do? I would be like, "What are you doing? Why are you being
Yeah.
so normal? You
Yeah.
know,
I
we
didn't
got
raise you
adult
like
money
this.
now." Right?
That little girl did not fight for her weirdness for you to be
Mm-mm.
normal.
Mm-mm. No, man.
My brother, my oldest brother, he has always lovingly called us weirdos.
Yeah. I love that.
That's our
Thanks.
nickname. So
Thanks,
like,
John.
no,
Is it
not him.
John saying that? No,
No, it's Tony.
Tony. Thanks,
He's
Tony.
always the girls are his weirdos.
Oh,
Like that's just we are a weird family.
weirdos. I love that. Gotta stay weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got to do
Well,
our
friend,
card.
we do. We need to go over to Patreon. So if you are listening and you're interested in what we could do further and deep dive further with the weird card, hop on over to our Patreon. I'm going to do a tarot card pull and elevate this experience further. So we'll see you over there. Hey everyone, we are back from the Patreon portion. We drew the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card, kind of a bum card. You're sitting there and you're focusing on the loss and disappointment, and we learned that we're not meant to do that. We're meant to embrace the weird. Look at the cups that we still have standing that have gotten us through all the other times, and to not dwell on the rejection and the pain that may come from sharing yourself. Always be weird, please, everybody. Always be weird and stay weird, and don't focus too much on
Yeah.
loss and all of that jazz. All the jazz. Aline,
Yes.
do you have anything else to add to our wonderful episode?
Not anything I can think of.
Closing thoughts? Me either. I felt like this was a good therapy session. Thanks
Yeah.
everybody for listening. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, what's up, man? How'd you get in Puff's house?
Puff, I think they broke it.
Broke it? The end of the podcast? Well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna go make some food.
Puff, what should I do to entertain them?
Well, I guess I could give them a house tour.
Oh, over there? At the wall?
Yeah, come on, I'll show you around the crib. This here's my hook. It's where I hang out.
You do a lot of that, you know? Just hanging around.
Now up here, here's the wall.
What's the wall?
You know, the wall. Don't talk about it. They get sad.
Oh, sorry.
And over here's where they keep the ghost.
You live in a haunted house?
I mean, I guess. They're in jars. They're like pets or something.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Hanson. I'm pretty sure that's their favorite band.
That was a pretty good tour, Puff.
It's no casino tour, but you know.
That's true. The only thing better than a casino tour is the Albertine tour.
Facts, my dude. Well, stay weird, my people.
Oh yeah, we like weird, Puff.
Okay, bye. Get out of my house.